Dream a little dream of me.
Welcome, kindreds. It's Jessica the Story Witch, and I just wanted to apologise in advance that I am going to be doing quite a few videos. I was going to say this month, but we're already like halfway through this month, and I need to finish my A to Z of Modern Witchcraft series. I have actually today been filming like a fiend, and I have filmed the rest of those videos, so those will be coming out over the next couple of weeks, because that's all we've got left of this year, because I set the goal that I wanted to finish that series by the end of this year, and so they will be coming out. I've tried to keep them kind of short and sweet, so hopefully they're still interesting and useful when they come out. I also wanted to just give you a little update on the bullet journaling videos. I haven't forgotten about doing the other live session. I have now just scheduled it in, so it's going to be happening on the day after Yule, which is the Saturday for me is Saturday the 22nd of December. I know I didn't want to do it this late in December because I know this season gets really crazy now and people have been zooming about, but there's been quite a few things going on for me. I've had a couple of health issues, and my husband has been away, but he is now home, and so it's made everything's kind of things are flowing reasonably well again now. Mercury is direct, everything's kind of, things feel like they're calming down a bit. So I have scheduled that in, like I say, for the 22nd of December. I'm sorry if that date doesn't work for you. I'm going to do it what is going to be 10 p.m. my time in the evening, night time, because hopefully that should make it kind of like not too bad a time for most of the time zones. I know it's pretty much impossible to kind of really nail it down because different people are busy at different times or asleep at different times, you know, so hopefully that will work for people. But if it doesn't work for you, it will be available afterwards, like all of the other videos that I've been doing for this bullet journal series as well, so hopefully it'll still be useful. I want to film, and I haven't done this yet, I want to film a flip through of my kind of 2019 completed setup, but I still haven't completely pinned down my goals. I'm getting much closer now, but I haven't done that, so I might share it without the goals page done and just share the rest of it, or perhaps I might wait until after I've done the other live journaling session, and then I can share the flip through with January as well. So maybe I'll do that, although obviously that's probably going to be after Christmas and into the new year really now, so hopefully that'll still be I know most of you have been doing your journals and you've been working on them and stuff like that, but they're a work in progress, you know, so you're always kind of adding little things and thinking, oh, that would be cool to put in there, you know, and stuff like that. And that is one of the things I love about the bullet journal method so much, is that you can, you know, like if you decide, oh, I want that spread in my journal, you can just go, okay, I'll do that now, and you can just plonk it in wherever and just put it in the index. And it's, you know, it's great from that point of view. You don't have to think, oh, I didn't add that certain section in there, so now I can never add it, or I must make sure I put all of these things in this particular section. You can just let go of all that and let it kind of be a more organic, evolving thing, which I love. So yeah, I haven't forgotten about the bullet journal live. It is happening, hopefully not too late for everyone, but it is what it is. The other thing I wanted to update you on, and you can skip this bit if you want to, is about my Patreon. I started a Patreon in, I think it was August of 2018, and I didn't really kind of make much note, I didn't tell anybody much about it because I wanted to kind of feel my way in a little bit, but some of you wonderful people found me over there, and then I started to be a bit more open about it, and I feel so grateful and blessed for how it's going, because, you know, I've got a few different tiers of things on there. You can follow for free. I've made a video explaining, because I have made some changes to it, because originally I had a tier which was a blood moon tier, which was for people who were running their own red tent circles and things like that, and that actually didn't seem to be that, it obviously wasn't where I'm supposed to be putting my energy at the moment. It seems to be more of a kind of learning study type circle, and you know, that kind of thing which people are wanting more. And so I've tweaked things around, and so instead of the blood moon circle, I now have the witch's moon circle, which is a learning group, you know, where we will be looking at tarot, we'll be looking at other forms of divination, we'll be looking at herbal law and meditation and well, all the things. We'll be looking at all the things, but not in an overwhelming way. We'll be doing them in a kind of pragmatic way, an experiential way, because that's the difference between circle learning and book learning, is that you actually have to do the stuff in circle. You don't just get to read about it and think, oh, that's very interesting, I wonder what would happen if I did that, and then turn the page and never ever do it again, you know. So yeah, that is the idea behind the Witches Moon Circle. Is it's an experiential learning group, and that is what I'm going to be doing. So I made a video explaining more about that and about the other tiers, because I've also got like another circle, which is the Everyday Magic Full Moon Circle, which is a more gentle kind of nurturing circle for people who just want to bring a bit of spirituality, weave their spirituality in with it every day, you know, without it being overwhelming or without it being kind of too structured or too formal. You know, it's fun. So yeah, that exists as well. And if you are in the Witches Moon Circle, you also get to be in the Full Moon Circle and so on. And I'm not going to go on about it here, because if you're not interested, then that's totally cool. But if you are interested, I'll put the link to the Patreon video so that you can hear a little bit more about that. I've been filming so many videos today to try and get everything done that hopefully I'm still coherent and making sense. I may not be. I'm not sure when this one's going to come out. Probably one of the sooner ones, I guess, because I've been explaining about what I'm going to be doing with the Bullet Journal Live and stuff like that. And then I'll be dropping the other ones in as it goes towards the end of the year. But I did want to thank everybody who has supported me. This is my first year that I've been on YouTube, and it's just I can't believe how many people. I feel like it's almost kind of it is cheesy, but I feel like I know people here now. And that I didn't expect that. I thought I'd be kind of like making videos and it would be a good learning experience for me, but I hadn't thought about that whole idea of interaction and stuff. And so I'm really grateful for that, and really surprised still by it, and it feels really good. And so thank you for those of you, you know, if this is your first video of mine that you've watched, or if it is, you know, you've been watching me since the beginning, then thank you so much for being here. And I love it when people leave me comments and stuff like that. I do try and answer everybody's comments, although it does sometimes take me a few days to get there, because sometimes there's just too many for me to kind of get through without me spending all my time answering that and kind of ignoring my family, which is obviously not good. I did want to reassure people as well, because I know sometimes people say, like, people get a bit funny about Patreon, because they like, oh, does that mean that this person's only going to be doing stuff on Patreon now and they're not going to be doing things on YouTube anymore? And that's not fair, because, you know, it's not free. There's free stuff on Patreon as well, so I would recommend going over there and having a look, because there are free things over there as well. But I wanted to reassure you as well that it's not going to affect what I'm doing here on my channel. The Patreon stuff is additional stuff, which is perhaps not videos that I would be sharing just for general consumption anyway, because it's more tailored to a certain group of people. And I will be continuing to put videos up on YouTube. I'm not going to be doing less on YouTube because I'm doing more on Patreon or anything like that. I'm managing my time better, and I'm kind of learning about how the best processes are for doing things. Like my filming and everything now is so much quicker and easier than it was when I first started. I used to try and edit videos on my laptop and it used to take me hours. So I'm not going to be compromising on here on YouTube because of Patreon. So if you were worried about that, then please don't worry about it. There will definitely be plenty more videos here. Like I said, I finished the A to Z series, hooray! And next year I've got plans. I'm going to do 31 days of tarot. I don't know if I'm going to do all of the 31 days. I'll see. I might do some maybe on my Instagram or whatever, rather than doing videos about them. I don't know. I'm going to just see how it goes, see what's fun. You know, I'm going to do it if it's fun. And I'm going to do an Astrology for Witches series, which I've been thinking about for a while, which is going to have a lot more about working with the moon cycles. But I also want to kind of explain more about understanding your natal charts, because that's something that I've seen coming up quite a lot in different groups that I'm in and in my circles and stuff like that. People aren't quite sure how to understand and interpret their natal chart, and then they're not sure, like, if they can do that, what to do with that information ongoing. So we're gonna be looking at that. That's going to be like that's probably going to be a long running series, I guess, because the nature of astrology is that it's many layered and kind of complex. So that is something that is going to be coming up next year. And I did have other things which I knew I was going to be doing next year, and I can't think. I will be sharing more of my kind of depth year feelings and thoughts as I go through the years. So that's something that I will be kind of updating on now and again. I'm definitely, yeah, okay, so that's triggered my memory now. I am going to be going through all of my tarot decks, and I will, and oracle decks, and I'm going to do more walkthroughs of those, and I'm going to do reviews of the decks as well, because I see quite a lot of walkthroughs but not necessarily reviews sometimes. And I think obviously everyone's different, and different people will vibe with different decks in certain ways, but I do still find reviews quite useful. So I'm going to be hopefully doing more of those. Well, not hopefully, I'm going to do more of those type videos, not millions, but as I'm going to be sussing out, how do I feel about this deck? What is this deck good for? What do I tend to use it for? What kind of readings do I tend to use it for? And also the decks that I'm perhaps not vibing with so well, I'm going to try and slim down my collection of decks. So yeah, I'm going to kind of share that journey, which does, you know, it feeds in with the depth year journey. It also feeds in with my card for next year, which is the death card. So, you know, it's about change and it's about letting go of things. So I feel like that is going to be part of that. And similarly, I'm going to be working through, I'm not going to be buying any new books in 2019. I'm going to be working more with the books and resources I already have. So I'm going to be going through my Kindle backlog library. I'm going to be going through my physical books that I've got here. And I'll be doing more reviews of those books that I found, you know, that I found useful. So hopefully that will be helpful as well if you're interested in kind of witchy books and stuff like that. What else? I had lots of ideas and now they all seem to have gone from my head. Let's see if I wrote it. Oh, I was gonna see if I wrote it in my journal, and then I was like, duh. Obviously, I'm going to be carrying on sharing my bullet journal. I've also got plans for, that's part of my depth year, is going to be learning more, you know, experimenting with more different spreads in my journal and different ways of using it. And so I'm going to be, you know, I'm still going to be doing the Plan With Me videos. I'm still going to be hopefully sharing new and different things about journaling. I'm going to be practicing my hand lettering and things like that as well as part of my depth year. So the journaling stuff is definitely going to be continuing. And you know, I'm going to hopefully do more spreads as well. I'm going to be working, part of my depth here as well is going to be deepening my tarot studies, and part of that is going to be, like I say, kind of connecting with the decks I've already got and that kind of thing. But also doing more spreads. I'm going to be trying out different, I've got that 365 spreads book which I've had for quite a while, since it came out I think, and I've probably done like 10 spreads out of it or something like that. And I haven't committed to this because I know I don't like committing to things. But I'm seriously considering literally doing the daily spreads each day as a way of learning about my decks and things like that. So yeah, that's something that I'm considering doing for next year. I haven't completely nailed down what this means for me yet, and I want to leave space. You know, with it being a death year, I feel I can't anticipate how the year is going to pan out completely, so I'm going to leave room for that. But there are some things like I say, like trying out those spreads and working more with tarot, working more with bullet journaling, and that Astrology for Witches series that I've kind of committed to, that I am going to be sharing here on the channel. So I hope that sounds good and juicy, and if there's anything that you think that I might have already said I was going to do and I didn't mention it, because I feel like I had a list of about 10 things and I think I only shared about 5 here now, so there were more things, you know, that I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you my kind of tumble thoughts of a day of filming videos. My husband has taken the kids out for the day so that I can kind of catch up, because that's what it does feel like. I feel like I've had like a couple of weeks where I've been on a bit of a hamster wheel, and now I feel like I'm catching up, which is a really nice feeling. So hopefully I will see you over in the bullet journal live if it works for you. If that time doesn't work for you, I'm really sorry. And check out my Patreon if that sounds good to you and the kind of thing you want to be working more deeply with next year perhaps as well. And if not, then just look out for the things that are coming in 2019. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, crazy season, and you know that you feel like this next year has lots of wonderful things, wonderful little treasures for you to find as we go into it. So yeah, have a wonderful Yule, Christmas, whatever it is you celebrate, and a happy new year. There will be more videos coming from me before the end of the year because I'm going to be just getting them all out there and done. But this is kind of like my chatty video that I'm doing to kind of sum up the year and to look forward to the next, I guess. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, season's greetings, Happy New Year, and I will see you in 2019 or sooner if you're watching those other videos. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you.
Da, da, da.